I'd like to welcome you to the Village Council meeting of Monday, September 9th, 2019. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Willis Walters.
Present.
Yep. Here, thank you. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You have in your packets this evening a draft of the minutes from our previous meeting on August 26th. Any questions, comments? If not, I would seek a motion to approve the minutes from August 26th meeting.
So moved.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Willis Walters.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk.
Yep.
Commissioner Lee.
Yes.
Commissioner Pevlov.
Yes, thank you. We have this evening representatives of the McCord Gallery. I'm going to invite to address the council on important fundraising activities for McCord Gallery.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Mayor Mahoney and the council for giving us some time on your agenda this evening. My name is Carol Trzynski, and I'm the board president of the McCord Gallery. And the McCord Gallery, as most of you probably know, is a non-for-profit 501c3. And every year we have a kind of a gala event. This year will be a crystal tree, and it's one of our major fundraisers of the year. So we thought we'd come out and take this opportunity to kind of share with you what's going to be happening that evening. With me tonight are my fellow board members, Cynthia Whitelars and Linda Buchanan, and together they are also the co-chairs of this event. So they're going to come up and tell you some more information about the fun things we have planned. So let's start with Linda Buchanan.
Good evening, and thank you for your time tonight. So every year our gala has a theme. This year's theme is An Outrageous Night Under the Stars. As you said, it's November 2nd at Crystal Tree, and we are having Alice Maragos, who is a NBC5 broadcaster, as our guest MC for the evening. And we are looking forward to a night of twinkling lights, surrounded by art. It's open bar, dinner, dancing to live music, and an outstanding compilation of live and silent auction items, as well as a wine pool and raffle. The raffle tickets are available. They're $10 each and 3 for $25. And we will have a table at the Palos Heights Farmers Market this Wednesday, so if anybody's interested, you can stop and grab some tickets. They're also available at the gallery itself. The tickets are $125 each. But if all of you want to get a table together of 10, you can save some money, and they're only $110 each. Our attire for the evening is not formal, it's just generally cocktail attire, but every year we have a theme. So last year's theme was Aloha, and people came in Hawaiian shirts and Hawaiian dresses. This year is outrageous. So there's been conversation of outrageous attire, and however the mood strikes, I don't know. It could be colorful, it could be avant-garde, it could reflect the spirit of your favorite artist or favorite painting, so it should be kind of an entertaining dress for this year. The reason for this event, as always, is the continued growth and expansion of McCord. Our art and cultural programs, we have the art and music classes, we have jewelry exhibits, we have music concerts, and we are trying to expand our staff to meet our needs. So part of our mission has always been to bring cultural enrichment to the community at large here, as well as the south suburbs. And we also have a outreach program that started in 2012. And that has instructors from our gallery teaching the developmentally disabled from Park Lawn. So they come to our facility as well as we go there and teach classes, which is really a great value. So all the benefit from this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's really important for our continued growth, and we hope you will give some thought to supporting us. If you can't buy a ticket, think about raffle tickets. Or we can do raffle tickets. Maybe you can just do a sponsorship or a donation. And I think Cynthia would love to tell us about our sponsorship and donations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having us here tonight, and yes, I'm very excited about this wonderful event that's coming up November 2nd. And today I was thinking, there's no place like home, there's no place like home. And for us, McCord is a home, a welcoming home for the arts. And there's no more welcoming home for the arts in our region than beautiful McCord House at West Creek in Lorraine Grove. And it's a pleasure and an honor to be part of a 33-member committee that's working on this event. They're listed in the sidebar of a letter that's in the folder here that I'll give to you. And everyone on the committee has been given tools to reach out to their friends, family, and associates asking for their support in McCord in many different ways. Kat Jones, Kathy Baker, and I have focused on meeting one-on-one with past donors and potential donors, finding their connection to the arts and encouraging them to become sponsors. We remind them that this year we will not have a ball outing, which we held for 5 years as we were raising funds to build the addition to McCord. So since we're not having two fundraisers, just one main one, we only hope that people will realize the importance of donating to this one event. In order to be successful, we're utilizing the logic of a saying given by Woody Allen to a question he was asked about his success. When asked what made him successful, he answered, 80% of success in life is showing up. And we believe if more people show up at our event, we will be more successful this year than last year. In fact, we've created new levels of giving with greater rewards that we hope will entice people to become sponsors. And I'll give you an example. We've stretched and we've created a diamond level of giving. And so for a donation of $10,000, the donor will be rewarded with 2 tables of 10 at the event. If someone gives at the platinum level, which is $5,000, they'll be rewarded with 1 full table at the event. And all the other benefits, which include recognition on our website, or constant contact messages, Facebook and Instagram. We've also created some new levels for underwriting, and that would be underwriting specific items that are required for the event, like the dinner, or the bar, or the decorations, or the music. So there's opportunities there too. And I will be giving you a folder when I'm finished speaking, and it will show you what we have designed and how we're approaching people. And we have to say that in our meeting with donors and businesses, we've been very pleased with their responses. At this point, I think we've met with over 45 potential donors and sponsors one-on-one, and we still have quite a list that we would like to reach out and meet with. So, we look to you tonight to support our event by being there. That's what we hope most of all. And we look forward to sharing that starry evening with you. And thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much.
Excellent, thank you.
Just a little recap, and I was talking to the board members before the meeting. McCord Gallery is a not-for-profit that started in 2004. It's now 15 years old.
Oh my gosh.
The McCord Gallery is housed in a well over 100-year-old home. It's been said that it's the oldest single-family home in Cook County. I don't know if that, on the same foundation that has not been moved. And the home is actually owned by the village. was acquired in connection with the development in that area and leased out to the McCord NFP. During the 15 years, it's amazing what the McCord Board has accomplished, including building a $1 million plus addition in the original style. I think that really complements and suits it, and now allows greater exhibition and concerts than ever before. So really proud of the achievements that have been made. I think it's a beacon of the arts for the Chicago area, certainly the South Side, and it says a little something about Palos Park and the community of volunteers that we are so lucky to have. So thank you very much for coming. We hope to see you again soon with other developments on the McCord as we go by. Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming up.
We have no hearings this evening, so I'm going to move directly to the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine or been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted with one motion. If that discussion is decided, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A, to adopt an ordinance declaring certain personal property owned by the village as surplus and authorizing the donation of same. The ordinance states the village has one piece of outdated IT equipment which is no longer necessary or useful, and the best interest of the village would be served by the donation of same to Assisted Technology Exchange Network. Item B, to approve payment of invoices on the warrant list dated September 9, 2019, in the amount of $82,585.99. Item C, to approve the supplemental warrant list dated September 9, 2019, for manual checks, payroll, and recurring wire transfers in the amount of $453,309.38. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda at this time?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
I did. Sorry. I'll speak up.
Darrell made the motion on your best.
Yes.
Yes. Some old business to be brought before the council at this time. So, information and updates, Public Works and Streets, Recreation Report, Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. I have one item on the agenda. The Metropolitan Water Reclamation District did back in 2015-16 passed a new watershed management ordinance that also includes new requirements for controlling and testing for illegal sources of inflow and infiltration. The village files yearly reports and has done televising and smoke testing as part of the process to identify any problems. At this point, the village is required to prepare 2 working documents as part of our obligations. The first is a long-term operations maintenance manual. This manual will lay out long-term plans for maintaining our sewer system, identifying issues to be addressed, identifying funding for repair and replacement. The second is a private sector program. This document will develop ways to identify problems on private property, such as illegal connections of sump pumps or downspouts, the failures in pipes, cleanup, and fittings. And then later this year, the village will have to update our sewer ordinances to give Public Works personnel the right to enter residences to inspect sump pump connections to make sure they're not connected to the sanitary sewer system. Public Works asked for and received a proposal from Hancock Engineering to prepare the 2 documents. Hancock has helped the village complete the yearly reports and is familiar with their system and has prepared similar documents for other municipalities in the Metropolitan Water Reclamation area. The proposed cost for this work is $16,000. Based on estimates provided, Public Works did budget for $25,000 this year in our sewer fund, so we're more than budgeted for this money. Does anybody have any questions? I'd like to make a motion to approve the lump sum proposal from Hancock Engineering in the amount of $16,000 to prepare a long-term operation and maintenance manual and a private sector program.
Second. Hang on. So we got a motion and a second?
Yes.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yep.
Commissioner Pavlidis?
Yes.
And then I just have some announcements, surprise, surprise. So, on the Public Works side of things, the next chipper service will be the week of October 7th. So, we started at the beginning of this month, we're done. October 7th, 1 month. We'll start at the east end of the village this time and work our way west until all the public streets are serviced. Do not place your branches in the right-of-way until the weekend before the chipping week. List of rules and regulations such as length and type of material you can put out is available on our website under Public Works Department. 123rd Street will be closed from 80th Avenue to LaGrange Road on Saturday, September 21st. Oh, surprise, surprise, from 9 a.m. to 12:30. That will be for our Autumn in the Parks Parade. Yay! The parade steps off at 11 a.m. Come and watch the parade. Many parade participants throw candy, so bring big hand or a bag. There will be a quiet zone between 87th Avenue and 88th, if that is your preference. No sirens or loud horns will be there blown in that area. So if you're hearing sensitive and you want to watch the parade, that's the spot for you. Also, we're still taking fall tree planting requests at Public Works. Please look at the website under Public Works, down to fall tree planting for the list of available trees. You can choose one tree and we will plant it in your right-of-way. You can call the Village Hall at 671-3700 to put in your request. We will stop taking requests on September 20th and segue into September 20th, the first night of Autumn in the Park. That would be Friday night, and that's when Bella Kane is playing. And they're starting at 8, but it opens at 6. I was like, 6. Okay. So there will be food and drinks and beer and wine and lots of fun. So come out and enjoy the fun Friday night just to kind of get you prepped for Saturday. Because then Saturday we have the parade, as we just said, from 11 o'clock till about noon. And it ends at the rec center, and then you walk right down the hill, and there you are at the big party. The all-day party, all-night party called Autumn in the Park. So on Saturday, we have, starting right around 12:30, 1 o'clock, we'll have some guest people doing performances and demonstrations, such as dance or karate or, boxing or whatever. So there will be a bunch of things like that. Then at 3 o'clock, Smiley Tillman Band starts. They're playing from 3 to 6. So get under the tent, get some lunch, get something to drink, chill out. If you want to watch the football game, the college games will be on the TVs. There will be stuff for the kids to do. There's activities and lots of fun stuff. And then at 6:30, Abby Cash, local celebrity, will be there from 6:30 to 7:30. So she will be there to do a meet and greet. So anybody who is a big Voice fan, come check her out. And then Mike and Joe from 8 o'clock to 11 p.m. Come out and enjoy the fun. It is a free event other than all the food and drink you buy and all the artisan things that you may buy that are being sold. Also, that is the barbecue competition. So if you want to try ribs, that people are competing to win bragging rights as well as points for competition, because it is a KCBS certified event. So you're going to try some good stuff. So come, and I don't know if I'm leaving anything out. I'm trying not to, but
I'm just going to say Abby Cash, national rather than national personality with local ties.
okay, yes, sorry. Yes, you are absolutely right. Absolutely right. But that's very exciting. I mean,
She's on national TV.
yeah, on a huge show,
Yeah.
The Voice. But, then couple that with all these great singing bands from our area that are putting on a great show for everyone to come out and enjoy for what? For free. Other than when you buy your food and drink and stuff. So come and have a lot of fun. Like I said, during the day, there's fun zone for the kids. So, parents, you have no excuse. It's a free way to come
the
out.
parade's awesome. A lot of people go out there and tailgate.
Absolutely.
It's got a great showing.
Just think about all the candy you can collect to give out at Halloween, because it won't go bad by that time. So just collect all the candy that we throw and then put it in your bucket for Halloween. You're ready.
Nice.
See, it doesn't cost you anything. So come out
What
and
a
join us.
suggestion.
But come on and join us. There'll be a lot of great food, great fun, great music, and it's a great way to spend afternoon into the evening with family, friends. So,
And neighbors,
yes, they may be one and the same.
yes.
But yes, so everywhere you see this poster, it will remind you. And thank you to all our myriad of sponsors. Also, they're listed on here. So when you see their names, frequent them. Say thank you that way. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Building and Public Property Report, Commissioner Reed.
Closing swimming pools for this season. With the cooler weather approaching, residents with swimming pools are closing up their pools for the winter. In doing so, it is often necessary to drain water from the pool. Please make sure that when draining chlorinated water, that the water is directed to your own property and that the runoff does not drain on your neighbor's property. If this is not possible, then the water is to be drained towards the front of your property and discharged into the village right-of-way, where it can be carried away. If you have any questions, please contact the building department at 708-671-3730. During the time period of August 21 through September 5, the building department processed 19 permits, resulting in $24,295.14 in permit fees. 30 inspections were completed during the aforementioned time period. The previous report listed a total of $81,455.56 in permit fees. Year-to-date, $105,750.64. I have another item on the agenda for your consideration this evening. You have a packet in front of you. I can tell you right now, I am not going to go through all those documents. I'd be dead before I finished. So here's a synopsis of it, all right? We're asking for your consideration to enter into the Community Solar Clearinghouse Solutions Purchasing Pool Enrollment Agreement. You're not going to hear me say that term anymore tonight. What is community solar? Community solar is used in the program refers to mid-sized solar facilities that are shared by multiple consumers who receive credit on their electricity bills for their share of the power produced by the community solar facility. Subscribers can access the benefits of solar power without installing panels on their property, and they can avoid the upfront cost and ongoing maintenance obligations while securing lower costs with economies of scale. That's what community solar is under the program. So what is the program, you may ask? Well, let me start telling you about what it's not, okay? It's not a residential program. It's not. It's applicable and can only be accessed at this time by utilities or entities with a certain number of megawatt hours that they consume. It's a program that's being offered through the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, and the Power Bureau, which is a consulting agency to bring the benefits of community solar to caucus members. How does it work? Interested members provide information to the Power Bureau for an initial assessment. An analysis is conducted and results are discussed. If the municipality decides, or if it believes the assessment results are beneficial, it can pay an enrollment fee to cover work with the Power Bureau to conduct an initial analysis of the member caucus's accounts, which is then shared with the caucus member or the municipality. The caucus member pays a one-time enrollment fee based on the number of accounts they want to enroll. The Power Bureau then assigns a portion of the energy output to the ComEd accounts of the municipality. Through the program, participating municipalities will potentially receive on-bill credits for their portion of the output from the program, theoretically resulting in lower ComEd bills for the village. So the next question you may ask, or the question I asked, is how would participation benefit the village? Well, the analysis set forth in your attachment estimates that 11 of the village's 14 accounts could or may receive cost savings through participation in the program. What are the next steps? If the village were to participate via payment of the enrollment fee, in this instance $200, and execution of the attached purchasing pool solicitation agreement that's in your packet, we would join other Northern Illinois municipalities that have agreed to participate in the program. The Power Bureau will solicit offers from solar developers that will be shared with the program participants. Upon receipt of this information, we, the Village Council, can determine if we want to enter into an official contract with a term of up to 20 years. The agreement I'm discussing tonight does not commit the village to enter into any future contracts if the village decides that the offers received as part of the solicitation are not beneficial to the village. We simply walk away. The payment that I'm discussing tonight simply allows the village to participate in the purchasing pool. So basically for a $200 fee, there's a possibility that the village can decrease some of the costs associated with its electric bills. Staff has made a recommendation that the council approve the agreement. I will stop now before making any motion and ask and open the floor for any questions that my colleagues may have with respect to this matter.
I say it's worth a shot.
It was an incredibly concise summary of something that took me about an hour to read.
Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus is really a leader on a cutting edge of environmental initiatives involving aggregating communities. And this is another one of their initiatives I would really support. That's in the form of a motion?
I was opening, yes, I was going to make it.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the Community Solar Clearinghouse Solutions Program Purchasing Pool Enrollment Agreement.
You did have to say it again. I'll second it.
Hearing a motion and a second, any other questions, comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yep.
Commissioner Pavlotti?
Yes.
Madam Director, have I missed out on anything?
You were quite thorough, thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. Public Health and Safety Report, Commissioner Polk.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. We'll start with the monthly police activity report from the 26th of August through the 8th of September, year of our Lord 2019. 1,767 calls for service. Those 2 weeks, 50 adjudication tickets and 21 additional traffic tickets, 67 written warnings, an additional 31 verbal warnings, 18 case reports, 3 adult arrests, fortunately no juveniles, impounded 2 vehicles, performed 18 senior checks and an additional 28 citizen assists, and 61 community contacts. So that's what your Village of Cherry Park Police Department's been up to for the last couple of weeks. And then I have some business to talk through before we get to some announcements. These concern ordinances that will allow the Village of Palos Park to withdraw from the Southwest Central Dispatch System. So, some quick background. The Southwest Central Dispatch System unfortunately has been losing membership over the last several years, which drives our cost and participation to increase. In addition, we've been looking at some of the other dispatch systems that are available to us, and quite frankly, the breadth of services, especially in the technology center, makes that an attractive option for us to at least explore. The complicating factor is if we are to withdraw from the Southwest Community Dispatch System, by April 30th of next year, we have a very short window in which to notify them, and that is that we have to provide notice of withdrawal in ordinance form by the 1st of October, which is looming. So that's why these come before you now. The ordinances actually come in two discrete ordinances. One is to withdraw from the Southwest Central Dispatch System, and the second is to withdraw from the Southwest Central 911 system. I can assure everyone sitting here, as well as anyone listening at home, that we have no intention of abandoning a 911 system. We would replace the Southwest Central Dispatch 911 system with a 911 system that would be seamless to you all, but provided by a different facilitator. So I'm happy to go through with the ordinances unless there are any questions or issues that people would like to discuss regarding this. All right. Tom, can I do this in one fell swoop, or do I have to do them separately?
I'd suggest you do them separately.
I thought you would, being the lawyer that you are. So the first ordinance is ordinance number 2019-20, which is an ordinance that withdraws from the Southwest Central Dispatch.
Second.
That's a motion
That's a motion.
and then a second. Do you have any questions? Comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner White?
Yes.
And the second is a move to approve ordinance number 2019-21, an ordinance withdrawing from the Southwest Central 911 system.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes.
Commissioner White?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And then I have a couple of quick announcements. The first we talked about 2 weeks ago. The Palos Park Emergency Management Director, Frank Flores, Officer Frank Flores, is conducting a program called Until Help Arrives. And this is a training program developed to educate and prepare the public to provide life-saving care should the need arise. I've had a couple of questions. This is not a CPR training program. If you're interested in CPR training, see the sign that's outside the Palos Park Fire Protection District building next door. This is more to talk about how to protect someone who's injured from further harm, how to address bleeding, how to position injured individuals so they can breathe, and some other aspects of being the help until help arrives. So this program, we now have a date. We actually have two. October the 5th, 10 a.m. to 12:30, and October the 9th, 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we'll be offering two sections, one on the 5th in the morning, 10 a.m. to 12:30, one on the 9th in the evening at 6:30 to 9 p.m. So again, if you're interested, that's on our portion of the village website, or you can drop me an email at dpolk@palospark.org, or wave down a friendly officer on his or her path by your house, and we'll tell you all about it. The second program is Scam and Fraud Awareness Seminar. We've held these in the past. They've proved to be quite popular. So this one will be on November the 7th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. All of these programs will be here at the Capitol Center. And two of our detectives, Dinah Campbell and Bob Cassianis, are going to present some information about some of the more common scams that we see. I can tell you that the conversation generally gets to be rather wide-ranging rather quickly. But the grandparent scam, diversion burglaries, buying items on Craigslist and eBay, and fake lotteries and other solicitations for taking your money away from you. So again, this will be at the Palos Park Police Department here, November the 7th, 1 to 3. Someone's generously provided coffee and refreshments, so there might be cake. So mark those on your calendars if you're interested. And then my colleague, Commissioner Nicholas Walters, talked about the traffic alert for Saturday, September the 21st. While the parade starts at 11 a.m., McCarthy will be closed between 96th and 80th from 9 a.m. And while the parade generally ends about 12:30 or so, the road will be closed until, I believe, noon. So, or no, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the Autumn in the Park Festival, September the 21st, McCarthy will be closed. Chief Miller, is there anything I should add?
Nothing, Commissioner.
Anything you'd like to add?
Nothing, Commissioner.
Thank you very much, Mayor. That concludes our report.
Thank you. Accounts and Finances, Commissioner Pavlatos.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no official report, but I would like to report on the new toy store that opened up. 2 weeks ago, we mentioned that Emerson Toy Store would be opening 2 stores from Francesca, and that next to the pet store there. And Dee and I decided with 6 grandkids, we were going to go over and check it out. So, to our delight, it's really a nice upscale store. Got a lot of wonderful toys and gifts in there. It's got some European gifts from France and from other areas like that. And also, we found out his name is Mike. It's called Emerson's. And he's married to Stephanie, who works at the public library. Davis Public Library. So, had a nice conversation. He's a pleasant guy. He knows his business. And he deserves some support over there. So if we can go and help out, let's get over there.
And they're a local family as well.
A local family, and that's nice. People. And we're surprised how much stuff he's got in there. It's kind of like Learning Express. And we were hoping it would be upscale like that. It is. So,
That's outstanding. Let's support that store and keep it in Palos Park.
Absolutely. I was just going to echo that same thing. You know, people are always saying, like, gosh, I wish we had this store or this restaurant or this or that in town, and they want something nearby where they could just pop out and not be in traffic. Well, you have to go and support these stores in order for them to stay in business and stay in your town. So please do support it. You know, holidays will be here before we know it. Go buy your gifts there.
help them out.
Yep.
If you have an Emerson Toys, they've got a Facebook page. You can like them on there. They run little events as well, so it'll give you a heads up on those
They
things.
will also be at Autumn Park.
They will.
Excellent.
We'll be handing out some free things. We showed us some stuff that they're going to be giving out, so
Fun.
go over and say hello. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have no official report this evening. I'm going to move to Clerk Aragoni. I'm sure you have something today, maybe regarding the start of Senior Club?
Yes, we started today, and we had a really nice crowd. Our singer was Alicia Cruz, and she did all the music they like. Back in the day, I guess, the songs they could relate to, where you could understand.
You're not including yourself in that group?
I mean, everybody just really, yeah, exactly.
The rhyme.
Everybody really enjoyed her today, so it was a good way to start. And also drug came to get flu shots, so several people took advantage of it.
Nice.
It was a good day, good way to start.
What was lunch?
Oh, we don't have lunch the first time, so they had all kinds of goodies.
Okay.
So you send them home with a sugar buzz. Good. Thank you, Marie. Manager Bain, what do you have this evening?
Just for the council consideration of a disconnection of a parcel of property.
By way of background, when the village annexed Cog Hill Golf and Country Club, it annexed 2 parcels of property north of Main Street in an industrial-type area. The smaller of these 2 parcels is approximately 4.76 acres in size and is owned by Cook Golf Properties. They've submitted a petition for disconnection together with a plat of disconnection. Also included was a certificate from the Cook County Clerk certifying that all taxes have been paid on that property. At the Village Council meeting of August 12, 2019, the council acknowledged receipt of these documents and directed the village attorney to prepare an ordinance to disconnect this parcel from the village. This matter is now before the council to consider ordinance number 2019-18, an ordinance disconnecting certain property located within the village of Palos Park and owned by Cook Golf Properties pursuant to the provisions of 65 ILCS 7-3-4 and authorize the mayor to execute the plat of disconnection.
So I'll move to adopt said ordinance.
I'll second her motion.
Any questions? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Reed?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Announcements, I see that I have no announcements this evening, so do I have any comments, citizens and visitors during the citizens and visitors comment period? Anyone from the audience like to address the council at this time? Seeing no such requests, I would seek a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all and good
Guys,
evening.
be safe out there.